Hi all, thanks for tuning in. In the last episode we briefly recapped our adventures buying Coco in Tahiti and sailing her all the way to New Zealand. Furthermore, we welcomed Liam into the world.
So Gita is 5 to 6 centimeters.
And still spinning and elated from becoming parents, we were immediately shocked to find he needed emergency bowel surgery. But the one surgery was just the beginning of Liam's rocky start to life. And in this episode, the journey and stresses continue.
So sad.
A beautiful boat, and I've let this happen.
Yay! We're home. I'm so excited.
But they haven't taken his chest.
So you don't know whether the bubbles are...
Exactly, so I don't know whether the little bubbles I can see are just his lungs, which I suspect they are, but we need to make sure it's not actually air that's escaped into the rock.
So we've got more drama on the Liam front. We're back in ED, so we've had him home for 5 weeks, and for the last 2 days now we haven't really been able to keep a lot of food in. So we're just worried about him get dehydrated, so we're in the hospital again, getting him checked out. It's a bit tough on the nerves and getting a bit frayed, but can't get off this roller coaster, can we? We just have to keep going. It might be simple, it might be just air or colic or reflux or something, but we just don't know, and a little bit jumpy because of the history with the operation. But mostly for the time at home he's been going quite good. So we're up for more x-rays because we're worried that he's got an obstruction, which could be an issue with his surgery, and this sort of green bile spew that he just had makes us worry quite a bit because that's what he had before he had the operation. So it's not just milk coming out, it could be, bile, and bile's meant to go down, so yeah, a little bit scary for us.
Too much or something? Where's the drip?
No, but I don't like this.
Oh.
So what is happening with him next, Yogi?
So they're gonna keep him here, or they're gonna transfer him to a peds ward, and then in the morning, or which is in a couple of hours time, they'll transfer him back to Waikato, and he might have to go for another bowel surgery.
Why? What's happened to the bowel?
It looks like there's some leakage or something happening.
A blockage.
A blockage, yeah. Don't know where. Yeah, don't know much.
Yeah, sucks, eh?
Oh, it's just so sad, and it's just so sad.
So the update here is, so it seems like the first bowel surgery operation, if you're really unlucky, you can get some scar tissue which will block up the bowel again, and that looks like what's happened. So today he's getting surgery on his bowel again, and hopefully it's just freeing up a little bit of scar tissue. Worst case scenario is they have a bit of the bowel's gone bad because of the new blockage, and they have to resect another section of bowel, but it's really looking like it'll just be scar tissue. But the challenge is when they go in there again, they could make more scar tissue, and then we end up having to keep going back in there. So scar tissue creeping around the wound, like the incision wound, to get in there, and anything they do around the bowel is a real challenge with bowel surgery. So we didn't really realise that with the first operation, but yeah, fingers crossed. It's a little bit heavy because we're rolling the dice again in only a month since his first surgery. So yeah, no, it's pretty big But all should go well, and we've just got to hope for the best.
Which side are you going?
Right, you're on flicking that switch when we're all in.
Which
Flick it
level?
up. Two.
So we've wheeled into the theatre area and we're just waiting for the anaesthetist to come and talk to us. And I don't know, this is definitely one of the harder parts for me. It's sort of all very official. The operating theatre is really busy. There's people on beds getting wheeled everywhere, and I think there's about 24 operating theatres in this hospital. But all we just got to do is hope. Just, you know, the odds are probably on our side, so it's just a game of hope, and hopefully they get it this time and there's no scar tissue for the future blocking them up.
Good morning.
So we're back in the ward because they just paused the surgery right at the last minute, and it's such a roller coaster feeling. You're just all poised that you're just doing it, signed a lot of forms, a lot of formality, you know, worries, all pushing down hope, and then it's paused because they're going to do another radiographer test and X-ray, which is another dye test, and they can see where the blockage is. So they're wondering whether they've got whether the blockage, if they can tell exactly where the blockage is, they might know whether they've got to redo some scar tissue around the joined bowel from the first surgery. So it gives the surgeon a bit more information before he goes in there. And then there's a little bit of talk around whether these blockages are getting caused by cystic fibrosis. Now, he passed one test which is 70% accurate after the first surgery, and they don't expect CF with mixed race parents because Yogi's Fijian Indian and I'm Caucasian. So that's a lower risk of that is again, but when you Google CF, so we're just hoping that's not the cause of these things. So, but the first surgeon, when he went in there, he said what he saw, it didn't seem like CF, but CF could have caused this blockage again because it stops the bowel making a mucus lining that lets the poo slide through it. So it's like, yeah, it's big, and it's a bit of a holy shit day, and you know, Yogi was in tears at the waiting before the surgery and a bit stuck taking care of this sort of life stuff and not necessarily living the dream on Coco. Coco's locked up on a dock going mouldy, so it's yeah, it's life, isn't it?
And they're taking him in a few minutes. Yeah, so hope it goes well. It's alright.
Hi guys, well it's been a huge few days since Liam went into the operation, just lacking sleep.
It's been very stressful, and our life has been like turned inside out. Just quite a bit of disruption to everyday life.
Yeah, so it's nice to share, and you know, maybe it's a good distraction sometimes sharing and thinking about how we're going to do the vlog or how we're going to document this. But I suppose we're being a little bit dramatic because we can say the surgery turned out really well.
Yes,
so we're just feeling very thankful to the team at Waikato Hospital and the surgeons.
they were amazing.
And the bowel had a bit of scar tissue from the first operation that jumped across and crimped the bowel off like crimping up a garden hose, and they went back in there for the second surgery and just cleaned up that scar tissue, and now he's all good.
Yeah. And we can take him home.
So
we're taking him today.
Yeah, we're taking him home right now. We're obviously going to be pretty jumpy parents for any sort of upset stomachs and burps, but here he is over here. And he's all doing he's all doing really well and he's all awake. He's just had a feed and we're about to go on a car ride for an hour and a half back to where we live. So yeah, thanks for watching us along. And Yogi's done well because she's really taken the hit of lack of sleep by staying in hospital looking after Liam, and I've just sort of come and gone. But yeah, just thanks for your support and encouragement.
Yes.
So Liam finally got a ride in a helicopter, which is cool. The wound has become infected and the surgeons have to open the wound up again. This is the third time this wound has been opened, so Liam will have a mean little pirate scar to show the girls. Note here the doctor marking the edge of the wound to track if the infection is spreading. I note this down for my future medical skills with offshore sailing. They send us home in a day or two, and over the next 2 weeks I learn how to manage a significant wound with some help from the local hospital. And yay, this is the final challenge with Liam's birth and surgery. All goes well from now on, so a big thanks to all the healthcare professionals, friends and family who gave us close support and saved Liam's life. It's interesting to consider, if Liam was born 100 years ago, he would not have survived. We feel very thankful to live in modern times. Oh, so here she is, being very neglected. As you know, the earlier part of the year has taken up a lot of our time and COVID lockdowns, so missed you, darling, but we'll fix you up. So here we are, and there's a lot of work. It's funny, I expected a lot of work, but it's still almost overwhelming. So I'll show you, have a look. See all the mould there, all over the side panels, the roof, nav station. Mould. I go down this side. I've got to do work on a generator lift pump. I think the pump was alright, I think it's the power supply, but I've got a skilled technician coming to help with that, so that gets the generator to work. This is all damp, it's all got to go to the laundry mat. Look at this mould all down the walls there. Just yuck. So I feel really like I kind of blame myself. Like, it's a beautiful boat and I've let this happen. I've got some reasonable excuses though, but you know, now that it's happened, of course I wish I put a little bit more effort. I knew it could happen. So we're in the port forward cabin. Look at that, just yuck. Yuck everywhere. Well, of course we got, with the COVID shutdown, we chose to race back to the house within 12 hours notice, so we didn't really set up the boat well. And then I thought I'd get back here. Like, I didn't think I'd leave it that long, but then with the pregnancy and what happened with Liam, it's like, and then it was because I could almost get back here. I thought in 3 weeks I'll get back here, and then there's another emergency of Liam, and then another 3 weeks. So it just sort of got put off, and then I finally started to get a boat guy to look after the boat, but that was only about 2 weeks ago, and he come and started the engines. So here we are, we just got a big clean-up job. Here's the owner's cabin, mould all down there. This side's not quite so bad because it's the sunny side of the boat. But yeah, look, all the toilets go yuck. There's all mould up there. Let's open this hatch. So the lesson is, don't leave your boat unattended. Hi guys, thanks for watching. I'm just here editing out another episode, and I thought I'd just take a moment to ask you to please like, share, subscribe, comment down below, ask us a question. I'll read them all. It really helps the channel grow and helps us to be motivated to make more episodes, go on more adventures, and share it all with you. Thanks for watching, and back to the episode. This is the backup tender because the big tender needs a repair. Its glue is coming unstuck from the hull. So we just got this one and a little 2 horsepower outboard, and we're going to use that for the trip down the coast from Whangarei to Tauranga. Good morning. So it's Friday and we move Liam and Yogi on tomorrow, and there's still a lot to do. We'll go inside and I'll show you what's left to do. Got to clean all around here still. Bird shit. Birds have got up and under there. This is all yuck. Like, look at this. So I've done most of this side and just got to do a bit more over here. It's the mould there. I did this area yesterday, but I've still got to do the nav station mould. So I'm hoping for a bit of sun today so I can get this bedding and the squab out in the sun, because the sun kills the mould. As well as the mechanic might come back with the generator heat exchanger. So I've learned, I pulled the heat exchanger off myself yesterday, and that might come back today. It'd be good to have the generator going, because then we can use the microwave and the fan heater as we go down the coast and can keep baby Liam warm. And the generator makes the boat feel like a house. It just, yeah, is the ultimate comfort. So yeah, and all these cushions need to be cleaned and put back on. But you know, I don't know, I think it's worth it. The payback's going to be out there at the anchorage. So it's we'll get into it, eh? I'll make some time lapses as well. Well, it's sat 10 AM. Got to go back to the hotel to pick up baby Liam and Yogi for checkout at 11, and we've made it. Boat is clean and tidy and is a house and livable again. Woo, that's been hard work. It's been Wednesday, Thursday, Friday with 2 people on it pretty much the whole time. Saved a big pile of washing for Yogi to fold. It's a little bit sexist, isn't it? Of course not totally finished, but you know, tidy, livable, all the mould's gone. Coco is a house again.
Yay! We're home! I'm so excited. Can't believe how excited I am.
That's because you've had coffee.
No, I'm excited. I was excited even last night. put him here for now. Whoa, it smells so good. Oh, very fresh. You've done a good job, Peter. Well done.
Just 2 ropes to go, is it?
Yep, there you go.
And thanks to Trevor's help, we're bang on time at 6 a.m. We depart Whangarei for Tauranga and have a beautiful yet cold winter's trip down the coast of New Zealand. While doing so, we stop over at some beautiful islands and anchorages on the way. Plus, visiting our hometown with a vessel sailed to New Zealand from overseas feels like a major accomplishment.
This is my hometown, Mount Maunganui.
You see, we need to get Coco to Tauranga ASAP, so we can finish off getting the house rented out to continue sailing around the world. And in doing so, with our energies not yet recovered from Liam's birth dramas, pushes us to breaking point.
I can't wait to get there. I've had enough.
Why have
Enough of this